I just got back from Japan and I have decided to do a haul video. We're going to do this bit by bit. There's a lot that I brought back. I literally went down with an empty suitcase and came back with, I would say, a pretty full suitcase. I don't know if it was 100% full, but 80 to 90% full suitcase. I'm going to break it down into categories. I'm going to go through skincare, kitchenware, matcha, teas, scents. I have come back with things that I think are a bit unconventional. And when I say unconventional, what I mean is that I didn't really watch a lot of videos of what to get in Japan. I started off watching a couple videos about skincare things to get. Then I would do backup research and then I would get mixed reviews about those things that I saw on TikTok or saw on Instagram. So there are about one or two things, maybe two or three things that you may see normally when you look for short form videos about Japan hauls. Right off the bat, you'll probably see this a lot. There are probably like two other things that I got that typically you'll see other people tell you to get or suggest that you get. Outside of that, I just went into stores, looked around and saw what really called to me and I got those things, including skincare, kitchenware, matcha. And I originally, before going to Japan this second time, was not a matcha lover. I thought everyone who drank matcha was brainwashed, but the matcha that I have brought back and tried when I was in Kyoto completely changed my mind. I have matcha, I have teas, I brought clothing, I bought knives, I bought a bunch of things from Japan. So we're gonna get into it. I'm gonna try and go through this as quickly as possible because I do have a lot. So let's just get into it. First, we're gonna start with skincare. We'll be opening this together. I haven't opened on some of these things since I bought them. I'm gonna start with this brand called 3 in Japan. And let me tell you something. I am a sucker for I'm just a sucker for good packaging, man. And when I saw this packaging, I thought, okay, really clean, really simple, to the point, and I was not incorrect. I do have to do a bit more research on this. Based off the pamphlet they gave me and based off the research I did after buying this, it really seems right up my alley. I got their facial wash because I was running out of face wash at home, and an oil cleanser because I was running out of that as well. So things for cleansing. And then I got their facial lotion, but I realized in Japan, lotion doesn't always mean lotion like a moisturizer. I think this is, no, I don't think. This is actually a serum. It could be a toner. I got this a little over a week ago, so I'm trying to remember the conversation. I think I went in looking for a toner and may have walked out getting a serum. But overall, it's one or the other because I'm running low on toners and I love to have serums on deck. They make me feel like I'm doing something with my skin. And it turns out they're a really reputable brand in Japan. I'm really glad that I got them. I can't wait to try it out. Again, I'm a sucker for packaging. And the packaging for me, I don't know, it just really called to me. So I got that, and then I also got a scent that I tried on when I was there. Really like this scent. When I was in Japan, and we'll get into scents too because I went overboard with scents, I think. I actually had to really stop myself from going a bit more overboard with it. I smelled this while I was there checking out their products and got this as well. I was really intrigued by the scents I smelled in Japan. A lot of them, you can smell anywhere in the world. I'm sure all of them you can smell anywhere in the world, but obviously certain scents are more prominent in certain locations. And I think this written in stone scent is a scent that I typically don't come across. So I ended up getting this and I can't wait to try it. I'm happy I'm doing this haul video so I can finally start opening these things. So there's that. Let's keep going with skincare stuff. I also went to, geez Louise, these tax-free stuff is not a joke. I also went to, and I'm sorry if you're hearing the noise of me opening this, but I also went to Dam Dam, which is not a Japan, I mean, it is a Japanese brand, but you can get this in Sephora, apparently. But the lady, when I was leaving, basically told me how much I saved by, one, buying it in Japan because it is more affordable. It being a Japanese brand, it is more affordable in Japan. Then plus, the yen being a little bit weaker, and then on top of that, tax-free. So I feel like I got a deal for these. You can get this in Sephora in the States, I believe, and I think maybe the UK, which is where I'm based. But I got their cleansing oil. Obviously, some of these I haven't seen in a while since I bought them, so I've genuinely forgotten what I bought. But obviously getting a cleansing oil was top of mind because I got a cleansing oil. I got one of their masks. In retrospect, towards the end of my trip, I was doing a bit more research into skincare because I want to get a bit more into that this year. In retrospect, I really do wish I got a vitamin C or sort of like a peptide sort of serum or something like that from both of these places. But I'm happy with what I got. And next year, I'm hoping I'll go back to Japan or at least check out South Korea. So I'll dive a bit more into whatever I didn't get then. But this alone, I'm good on cleansing oil for the year. I seldom use a mask, so I'm good on masks as well, like for the year. And we're not even done. We're not done. So let's continue. I was unpacking my suitcase and I was like, where did this come from? I didn't even realize I had like, I guess this is like a sample kit for 3. I did not get this. As you saw before I opened this in front of you, I didn't get this with the original 3 products that I bought. So I don't know when I got this, but it looks like a little sampling kit for 3. And let's see what's in it. Oh yeah, it's just like a bunch of mini 3 products. So that'll be cool to try out if they have anything that I didn't buy. There's even like cotton swabs. Oh cool, yeah, they tell you everything that's in there. Let's see if you can see. No, the camera's trying to find my face, so you probably can't see it, but it has a bunch of things. Lotion, emulsion, comfort cream. That's cool. And then also at Dam Dam, they gave me this free bag to go with what I was purchasing. I think if you spent over 5,000 yen, then you got this free bag, as well as, I think it was like a cloth. Again, this is a while ago, and like, oh no, it's an incense holder. I forgot about that. And this cloth, which is made by, I think people local to Kyoto or nearby, because I went to Dam Dam in Kyoto and not in Tokyo. This is actually good because I also bought a couple of incense when I was in Japan as well, but we'll get into that a little bit later. Cool. All right, that is that. I also, well, this is hair stuff. We'll get to that. I went to a general mall in Kyoto because my friend wanted me to get her a scalp brush, and I was looking around, and this is a face mist, and I was running out of face mist at home. So I bought this. If it's good or not, I have no idea. I think that's where TikTok videos and Instagram reels really do come in handy, because I did also go to Loft and I bought this lip gloss because I'm like, oh, it looks good. Tried it on, I hate it. I really hate it. So I think that's where seeing TikToks about certain products that everyone else recommends, I think that's where it comes in handy. So we'll see. Hopefully this doesn't let me down like that lip gloss let me down. But basically I just like having a spritz after washing my face. Say if I wash my face and for some reason between initially washing it, it gets like a little bit more dry, especially with like London's hard water. I like and I prefer to have a spritz before putting on my serums and moisturizer. So I bought this just because, yeah, I bought expensive water. Just because I like it. I like the feel of it. I like it as a step in my routine. And then again, I'm a sucker for a serum. I got this Suitcase serum, which I actually have seen around a lot. I'm excited to try that out. It's so interesting. I think I went to either Ginza 6 or one of those other malls in Ginza to go and get this. And the process to get it, it's like not as simple as like, okay, you pick it up, you pay your cash and you get out. No, you sit down, especially if you want tax-free. You sit down, you pull out your passport, they go through, well, not with this one, because this is the only thing I bought from this store. Say for 3, right? You'll sit down with them, they'll go through the pamphlet and mark off the ones that you're getting and sort of show you the mini description for it. And then they're like, okay, let's make sure you know you're getting these 3 or 4 things, right? And then once they print the receipt, they'll go through it, and then they have to attach the receipt to the tax-free pamphlet. It's a whole thing. So if you're in a rush and you're shopping in Japan and you're going to like a mall and you're aiming to get your tax-free, set up, it's not a one and done thing. It's not like when you go into a regular store and you just give your card or your cash and then you're out the door. It's a process, actually, which is like very, I don't know, I love Japan and I love their mannerisms, so I do appreciate it as well. But yeah, it's something to be mindful of if you're shopping in a rush, which a couple of days I was in a rush, and it forced me to be patient and sit down as people were like, okay, this is what you're getting, you pay for it, you get your passport out, and then they're like, okay, just so you know, let's double check, this is what you've gotten. It is a process, so that's something to be mindful of if you're ever in a rush while shopping in Japan. Obviously, depending on where you go, if you go to Cosme, you'll be fine. It's simple. You go in, you get your sheet mask, you go and you pay for it, and you're done. Speaking of which, let's get into face masks. So I went in and yeah, I got some face masks. I got this one with niacinamide. I don't know, I just heard a lot of great things about that ingredient, so I got that. I actually don't know how many are in here, but it feels thick. Okay, it feels thick. Let me just say, I was not really into sheet masks before. I don't know why. Let's just say my skincare was very low effort, and I've been finding the fun getting into skincare. Also, I'm getting older. It's something I should be paying more attention to, probably, maybe, whatever. My friend got me some sheet masks for Christmas last year, and actually she got me this brand, and I tried it and I loved it. And I was like, oh, I'm on board. I'm on board for the sheet mask train. So this is one of those things that I saw in a TikTok or YouTube or an IG reel, I don't know. But I have seen this on the internet, so I decided, you know, why not get this? We'll see if it's worth it, if it does any good. And then yeah, these bad boys I got. Also, I know I'm missing something right now. This is the one I think my friend got me, or at least at the very least it's the same brand. So I got this because I know that I've seen this in the UK, but it's cheaper in Japan. And then for sunscreen, I definitely wanted to go more in on sunscreen, but I didn't do enough research for the sunscreens to get for black skin, because as you can imagine, in Japan is a bit trickier to find without doing your research, I would say. I did do my research. I have come across this a couple times for people with highly melanated skin like myself, and so I got this, and I'll probably use this just to reapply because I'm sure the application of this is going to be pretty spotty. Like I mentioned, I would love to go to Japan again, and definitely South Korea maybe next year or the year after, so that's when I'll do a more in-depth research and get better or other sunscreen. And then we have another serum. I was walking through Omotesando, I think is the name of the neighborhood. I'll put it on the screen. And I saw this place, and again, like I said, I am a sucker for packaging and branding. I like the branding of this place, so I walked into it, and it's called Serum 8. There's talk of bioscience and things like that. At the end of the day, I realize a lot of skincare is branding and marketing. And I realize there are some brands that just really do give really great results, brands and products. And I'm not sure if this is one of them, but I'm excited to try it. It is sort of fun to just try out new things and see how it'll affect my skin. I looked more into it while I was in the store, and they broke it down for me, and I've forgotten it so far for this video, but I am excited to give it a try. I don't really expect huge differences from certain products, but it's fun to try them out myself and see how certain ingredients affect my skin. And I'm excited to give this a try. This is Miros, and they have their own store in the neighborhood I mentioned before. I'll put it on the screen. I just wanted a new serum to try out because I was also running low on that, I think. Oh wait. And then finally, this is the last sheet mask I bought. I bought this literally at the airport on my way out. I was just like, oh, maybe I don't have enough. I have plenty. I have plenty. For the way that I use sheet masks now, which is very minimal, I think I have plenty, but I don't know, I just feared, I didn't know when I would be back in Japan, so I bought this. And again, I think I've seen this brand in Oh My Cream in the UK and London. If I could get it for cheaper, why not get it for cheap? So that's the end of my face stuff. I was saying that this is the last thing. It's not. I feel like I went into like a fugue state when I was out in Japan. Is that what it is when you just black out and you lose all memory? There's more. I don't remember buying these. I don't know where I got these from. I actually wish I bought more of these. I wish I bought more different ones, because now they're all this hyaluronic acid one. But I would love like more of this low molecular collagen. I would love more like this collagen one, which I'm assuming it just means like they're tinier forms of collagen, because I believe the regular forms of collagen, like they're not small enough to actually penetrate your skin and actually provide collagen to your skin. So I guess it says like low molecular because it's probably smaller and will allow it to penetrate your skin. At least that's what they're claiming. And I think that's about it skin-wise, officially. There's one more thing I have to open from my tax-free journey, my tax-free haul, and that's from this brand called Yuka. And I also got a shampoo from them, and I have type 4 hair if you're into all that, and it wasn't bad. My hair has had a really weird relationship with shampoo recently, but it wasn't bad. My hair felt not stripped, not dry. It actually felt like sort of moisturized but still clean. I tried their shampoo because it said for all hair types when I went into the store, and this lady she seemed very adamant that I should try it and that it would work for me. So I bought it. It's in my bathroom. I don't think I'm gonna get up to go and get it. Maybe I'll put an image on the screen. But I bought it. I like the shampoo. I tried it when I was in Japan. Sorry if you were hearing the noise of me opening this. Okay, so I went back there because after I bought the shampoo, I was literally just walking through Tokyo. Sorry, no, I was walking through Kyoto. And I came across this little square, I guess, with shops in there. So I was walking through. One of my favorite things to do in cities is just wander and see what I stumble upon. And this place isn't hidden or anything like that. It's a square with like a bunch of shops. Beams is one of them, which you'll probably hear about if you go to Japan and people recommend where to go shopping. Beams was one. I think the Traveler's Factory was another place that was there. And then again, a sucker for for good packaging, and the store had good packaging. I'm not saying the product itself had good packaging, but the store did. So I walked in and I bought their shampoo, which I don't have here with me because I opened it while I was traveling and it's somewhere in my bathroom. But then I did research when I got back to my hotel about the brand as a whole. I'm dealing with a lot of weird stuff with my hair. I'm dealing with hair loss, trichotillomania, which I have stopped. Edges I want to grow back. Apparently their serum for scalp is really, really good for your hair. Also, apparently it's so good if your hair is graying prematurely, it can help stop that. I figured why not? Let me get this and see if it'll help with literally the bald spot I have in the back of my hair. And then everyone knows that, you know, if you massage your scalp, you're boosting blood to your scalp. So I got their scalp massager. It was suggested that you get either the dark black one or the dark green one because the other ones are too loosey-goosey for thick, coily, kinky, curly hair. So I got 2 of their scalp massagers. This one is, I think the black one is one of these are the super hard one and like more so for pressure points in your head, and one is more so for like the massaging. I think you use both for massaging, but one is more suitable for that than the other. I'm looking forward to using this because Lord knows I need it. I also have the Sacred drops to try. Let me just say, I typically do not spend this much money on things. I literally, once I knew I was going to Japan, stopped buying things like socks. I literally had, let's pause. I'm back. I literally had socks that were getting holes in them. Can you see this? And I was like, I'm not buying new socks because I'm going to Japan and I know I'm buying everything I need in Japan. And I did buy socks in Japan, but we'll get into that. So yeah, I'm not typically the kind of person to go all out and buy so many things, but the minute I knew I was going to Japan, I was like, okay, we're not buying anything else for the rest of the year. We're saving that up for Japan. And I'm happy I did because it just allowed me the freedom to go try things out. Hello, I'm gonna insert myself here because this is technically this is definitely a part of the skincare section. We are further along in the video of the recording process for this video where we're at the tea section right now. And I realized when I was looking for the teas that I missed out on these sheet masks that I bought from a mall in Kyoto. I'll put the name of the mall there. It is a Korean brand. I was walking around, I saw a vitamin C sheet mask and I was like, huh, why not? And then I think while I was in the store, I Googled it and it said it was Korean, and I really wanted Korean skincare as well, but I didn't do enough research before going. So it was cool to just stumble across these while I was in that mall. I was looking for something for a friend actually and stumbled across these. So these are cool. I'll probably give these a shot, start using these sheet masks this weekend. I'm gonna be real, probably won't make a video reporting like the results unless I feel like really strongly about these things, but that's that on the sheet mask. Anyway, moving on to scents. I am not really a perfume person, but here's the thing. My mom is. So whenever I travel, I always look for the best perfumery in, I don't know, Scotland, which is how I found a perfume that actually worked for me. I was looking for a perfume shop to go find something for my mom and found an amazing place in Scotland that has perfume, and that sort of kickstart my perfume journey, which is not that deep. But I did the same thing for Japan, and actually there are quite a few places that I stumbled across that had, I don't know, just really good options, but I'm gonna focus on what I got from Liberta. This is a place where they have their own perfumes, but you also can create your own perfume, which is what I did. This is the main perfume that I created. It's like a very sweet perfume, which I'm surprised that I came away with. But I guess I shouldn't be as someone who smells like vanilla and coconut, even though I don't think I put coconut in this. But basically I made this, and I made this at Liberta. I highly recommend it. It was a great experience smelling all those different notes, seeing what works best for me and layering them on each other and seeing how the scents develop. So I'm really excited to give these a try at home. I do sort of regret making them as sweet as they are. I don't know if I love the smell itself, but I don't know if I love it on me, but we'll see. And I also went to, there's this bookstore that's all across, definitely Tokyo. I don't know if I can say Japan because I can't remember if I even saw it in Kyoto. I'll put the name of the bookstore here, and it's bigger than a bookstore because obviously they sell things like perfume. And I think they have this brand called J-Scent being sold there, and whoo, baby, did I love them all. So I got these perfume oils. This one's called Cafe. I think I loved more than half of all the perfumes that I smelled there. They were all so good. I actually really do like this, and I sort of regret not buying the actual spray and getting these oils instead. Oh, I love this one. Either way, I want something stronger than an oil for myself. This one's honey and lime. If you like something sweet, this is a great one. And then this one's Cafe. If you like something sweet, this is also cool. I had no idea I liked sweet fragrances like that. When I was at this perfumery, I tried the scent Sencha, which I really loved and I wish I could have gotten on its own, but I mixed it with something else. It sort of changed it in a way that I don't love as much as I love the sencha smell on its own. But highly recommend checking this place out. It's in a part of Tokyo called, I think, Nakemaguro. Sorry if I'm butchering that name. I will also put that on the screen. It's also just a really cool neighborhood to walk around and pop into different shops and have a bite. So I think for scents, that's all I have, including the scent that I got from 3 as well. Now we're going to move into, let's do something short, which is pottery and utensils. Okay, let's get into it. I'm already running out of space. Because I had these things separated across my apartment in, I guess, sections. And now that I'm putting them together on this table, I'm realizing that I'm running out of space. But let's get into my first thing that I'm obsessed with this. I almost didn't buy this, but I have this thing where if I'm not gonna buy it in the moment, I will step away. And then if I keep thinking about the thing, I will buy it. Typically, if I'm at home, I'll wait like 2 weeks and follow that rule. But since I was traveling and I was only in the place where this was, which is Kurashiki, for 2 days, I had to decide within 24 hours. But honestly, I woke up the next day after seeing this and thought, I want that. So I went down and I bought it. I got 5% off because I was staying at the place that was selling this. And then obviously the tax 10% off as well. So I actually feel quite good about how much I spent on this. And it feels like something, if I ever have a family, I'll pass it down as well because it's so beautiful and so well made. Look at the wood on this, which should probably be hard to see. I'll like film a close-up of it and put it on the screen. But I just really love this. I'll put my jewelry in here. Maybe I can find something that'll segment it a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. I just really love this work. I actually, in the past, I would have gotten more pottery cups and bowls. I can share also a bowl that I got from my first trip in Japan and where I got it from because it was a really cool place where they had a lot of cool local makers. But I didn't want to get that this time because I generally don't have the space for more cups or more bowls in my apartment, unfortunately. But this, I'm really happy about. And actually, before I get into the knives, I'm going to get into, I feel like I shouldn't get into this next because I haven't talked about matcha yet, but I got a matcha bowl because I was converted to be a matcha lover on this trip because of one place, which I will share later on this video when I actually get to the matcha portion. I got this matcha bowl and I went to a really cool shop. I'll share it on the screen, which is just really known for their matcha bowls. And it's also in a really cool area of Kyoto. There was basically no one there. I'll show you footage of the street, but people were there, even tourists were there, but it was so low key. People always talk about how crowded Kyoto is. And to be fair, this was my second trip to Kyoto. So I didn't go to, those, was it Fushimi gates? I didn't go to the gates. I didn't go to all the major locations this time because I had already done that before. I really did avoid a lot of places where you would normally find crowds, but where there are less tourists, I really generally enjoyed it. I find Kyoto to be such, like, I don't know, the spirit of it just feels so good. And then the location, this area was really cool because it was just like a street full of antiques. And then there was a specific shop that sold matcha bowls and they sold matcha as well. I didn't buy matcha from there because I didn't get the chance to try it, but I love this bowl. I'm realizing now I definitely need something bigger. Now that I've gotten this, it's just that I went to this other place to try matcha and I fell in love with it. And I was like, I need a matcha bowl because now I'm going to buy the matcha from this place and then I'm going to make matcha at home for myself. Not really doing research. I think for me personally, for what I've seen at the other matcha places when I was in Japan, a bigger bowl would probably be helpful, but we'll see what I can get down with this. I think this will still be useful. So I got this. I also have a matcha whisk that I bought from a matcha making class that I took, which was completely unnecessary. But when I take cooking classes for my job, I get an additional day off from work without having to use vacation days. So I made it a matcha class. Moving on. So I got a few knives in Japan. I'll show you one. I got them from my parents and I got them for myself. So I got one for my mom, one for my dad, one for myself. I'll just show you one of them. This is the knife. I feel like a serial killer holding it. I don't know why. I don't even know how to handle this on camera. It is so sharp. I started using mine yesterday for the first time and genuinely, I'm scared. I'm just gonna be really real with you. I'm genuinely scared because it is the sharpest knife I've ever dealt with. And I feel pretty confident cutting in the kitchen, which you probably couldn't tell from the way I'm handling this knife right now. It's just like, this is just so sharp. I'm a bit afraid, but I got this because I asked my mom what did she want from Japan. She was like, what do they have? And I was like, well, they're known for, you know, their knives. And she was like, oh yeah, definitely a knife. My mom is the cook of the family. My dad cooks as well too, but the cook of the family. So that's what she requested and that's what I got her. They're all different, all three of them, mainly just the handle. Actually, no, not just the handle, but I mean, how cool is that? And baby, they are sharp. They are sharp, they are sharp, they are sharp. I'm genuinely really afraid of how sharp it is, but it is quality. I've been cutting through things. Like I said, I used it yesterday, but I did cook a lot yesterday. And I've been cutting through things like nobody's business. Like, I feel like a G with these knives. At the same time, I still feel afraid that I'll cut my fingers off. So we'll see. Yeah, I feel good. I also got them engraved. On the other side of the knives are my parents' initials and our last names. And then on mine is my initial and my last name. So that's really cool to get. Of course, they had the tax-free perk with this as well. One thing, you cannot get the engravings tax-free. They're really serious about their tax-free stuff. Let me tell you that. There were a lot of places, the majority of places, where if I didn't have my passport on me, photo of my passport would not suffice, which makes sense, but I don't like walking around with my passport when I'm traveling. It's just not something I like doing. I like having it in one secure place where I know it will always be, ideally, as opposed to like having it in my bag. And then, because when I'm traveling, I'm putting every little thing in my bag, I'm taking things out, I'm all over the place, and I don't want my passport to be a part of that chaos. But that being said, they are really big on having your physical passport to get the tax-free benefits. So keep that in mind. I also, on my way to get so first of all, I wasn't even going to the place where I got those knives from to get knives. I was en route to get knives, but it was not at the place where I stopped. So I was going to another place, I think Kama Asa, I think is the name of the place I was going to get knives and to get them engraved. And then this place is literally up the block from it. It actually feels disrespectful. It actually feels like, you know, this place right here, it's open for knives. How dare you open up a shop solely for knives down the block from it, where other people will stop and you'll divert traffic from them. But that's just the way of business. And also Kama Asa has a bunch of other kitchen supplies. And this place where I stopped for the knives was solely knives. Again, sorry for any noise as I unpack these things. While they were engraving my knives at the other place, and I'll put the name of the place on the screen, I went to Kama Asa just to see what they have. And I was sort of surprised because I thought it was like a knife only shop, but they have so many things. I considered getting a frying pan, but I think it wasn't dishwasher friendly. And I was like, oh, say less, don't really need that. So I was just walking around and perusing, and I'm always in need of containers just to store leftovers. And I don't really take food with me to a lot of places, but yeah, mainly to store leftovers. And I just love these stainless steel options, especially living in the UK where there's so much hard water. So when I wash my containers, they usually have all these hard water splashes on them, which will probably still show up on this, but hopefully not as badly. That's that on that. Is that it for kitchen stuff? It might be. If not, we'll come back to it. Now we can get into teas. We can get into matcha and teas. Teas and matcha. We're gonna start with, oh my God, this is obviously damaged. On my way here, these boxes don't look as cute as they're meant to, and I want them to look cute because I think the brand is really cool. Let me just get into how I came across these teas. I wanted to go check out an ice cream place that is, I believe, more like Western Tokyo, west of Shibuya, called Maison Farmer. And the ice cream's amazing, I highly recommend. It's definitely in a part of Tokyo where I think most tourists, I'm not gonna say I didn't see a single tourist there. So I'm gonna say most tourists. I was there for a few minutes before heading somewhere else. So I think it's definitely in a part where there are less tourists in Tokyo. Anyway, so I went to this ice cream spot called Maison Farmer, and right next to it, I think the smell drew me in. There was this tea place, this craft tea place, and you walk in and the spices hit you immediately. They have different names. Which one did I try? I think I tried this one for the first time this week, and it's called Hug. and this one's called Mist. This one has like cardamom, cinnamon, ginger with sencha with the green tea. I'm gonna have to bring out my Google Translator, but I think this one also has green tea and a bunch of herbs. Basically, the owner was there and he basically just uses spices and herbs and I think combines them with green teas. There may be some blends that don't have green tea and just have herbs. But again, you walk into this place, it just smells like spice heaven. Tried the hug tea, try this bad boy, and it low-key did feel like a hug. I had it first thing in the morning and it was just really soothing. So I got these teas. I'm really happy I got them. There's only 4 in each pack, and I'm not gonna lie, this was pretty expensive for tea. I'm gonna have to go back and look, but I remember when I purchased it, I was like, I think it's not the most expensive thing that I bought in Japan, but I don't want to say it's overpriced because like someone put the effort. This man has his business and he's pricing it for a reason. Like there's a packaging to it, and I don't know where he sources his spices from, but for what it is, which is tea, it was pretty pricey, but I think it makes a good gift. I think I'm gonna gift this one to a friend, even though it looks a little bit janky because it was tossed about in my suitcase, but I think they make great gifts. And to be fair, the tea is really good. Even being in the space, like being in the guy's shop, the senses were really good. Like he wasn't the most friendly person, but he was kind and you can tell that he was passionate about the stuff that he was creating. Moving on, let's see. Wow, okay, so much. Okay, these two I got, These two I got across the street from the matcha bowl place that I mentioned earlier. Across the street, there's this really cool, herbal, down to earth, natural, it's a low usage, oh God, what's the official name for it? It's one of those places where you bring your own containers to get food and supplies. But yeah, they had these teas at the front and I walked in there for curiosity. I like just checking out different shops and stores in different neighborhoods. And like I said, the place where the matcha bowl is from is like on a really cool strip with a bunch of antique shops. And it was cool to see the shop across the street that had these teas. What is this? One of them is a beauty blend with rose petal and hibiscus. And this is something I can make at home myself, but I like buying other herbal teas from other places just to see how they taste, see if there's any place that has like a fresher hibiscus or more potent hibiscus. I know Japan is known for their green tea, but I just figured I'll try their herbal tea as well. And this one's a tummy tea with chamomile, fennel, and peppermint. Trust me, I needed this on my trip. Things sort of worked themselves out, but I was like, just in case, let me buy this. I just love trying out herbal teas from different countries, so I bought that. This I got from Ippodo. You know it. It's a major tea brand in Japan, maybe across Asia. I'm not sure, but I feel like this is a pretty big brand. I walked in and they mainly had green tea and I think they had black tea as well, which I wasn't really looking for. As someone who struggles with retaining iron, both of those things have tannins in them. To be fair, I still partake in green tea, but yeah, I wasn't looking for green tea or black tea when I walked in there. But they did have roasted barley tea. I wasn't super familiar with it. Obviously, I knew about barley tea, but I've never tasted roasted barley tea. And I really like this. It low-key tastes like coffee. So I think whenever I need a break from caffeine, I'm craving a latte, I'll make this and then put some milk in it, some coconut milk, and see if it'll hit my latte needs. Even on its own, I do like the taste of it. It's supposedly also good for digestion, which is something I'm always looking for when it comes to teas. So I stayed in 3 different parts of Tokyo during my trip. I stayed in Shimokitazawa, again, like more west of Shibuya. And let me tell you, if I move to Tokyo, I'm living in that exact neighborhood. But anyway, there's a strip. I don't know if it's right to call it a strip, but there's sort of a pathway on your way to the train station. There was this little shop that was open after 2 p.m. They weren't even open in the morning time. There's this little shop where they like grow their own herbs and make their own honey, or at least they're selling really good honey. But I stopped there to get 2 teas. I bought their moon blend tea, which is good for that time of your month when it's about to come. It's supposed to like sort of help you around that time. So bought that just for funsies. And I also bought honey from them. That is really goddamn good. I bought the honey from them before June and it was harvested May, I think 7th it said. Maybe that's why it's so good. I'm not sure if I've ever had honey that fresh before. I'm gonna put the name of the place. I highly recommend if you're in Shimokitazawa. It was really quaint. The owners were there. Like you could see some of the herbs, how they hang them in their shop. I'll also put video. I really love that spot. They had good tea. You can tell it was mainly for really to support you and not just for flavor and not just for taste. The teas, the herbs they were combining were for your benefit, and I really liked that. And then, I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't know what this is. What is this? Oh, okay. Bro, I had no idea what this is. How did I know what this was before? Okay, this is dashi. And I bought this. And I remember, it's good that I'm seeing this because I completely forgot something else that I bought. We'll see if I'll show it on this video. I also went to a miso specific store in Kyoto. I bought 4 different types of miso. One of them I left in Japan because the bag started to expand. I assuming I could not eat it. So I left it in Japan. But yeah, that's dashi. I forgot that I bought that and we'll see how I'll be using that. And then let's get into the thing I did not like until I went to Kyoto. And let me tell you something. I genuinely thought for all you matcha people, I genuinely thought that y'all were brainwashed. I did not get the hype. I did not understand it. And that was until I went to this shop in Kyoto. Not even in Tokyo. Like after going to this place, I went back to Tokyo and went and tried a bunch of different matcha spots. Nothing could compare to this spot I'm about to put you onto. I promise you. It's called 70 Plus. I actually don't even want to share it. I've already shared it. I don't want to share it because I love this place so much. But you know what? Maybe first of all, you see my channel where it's at right now, so maybe no one will even watch this, but so let me pause. Let me take a step back, right? So I went to this place called 70 Plus in Kyoto. I do my research when I travel. I get a list of restaurants I want to go to. I get a list of cafes I want to go to. I'm thorough, okay? And it's typically not just it's barely from TikTok. No shade if you do get your recs from TikTok. But at the end of the day, I don't want to be waiting online with 20 to 50 other people for an hour to 2 hours just to have what could be, not even definitely what could be a good meal. That aside, I was walking by, even though I do my research, I'm also just really open to popping into places. So I was walking by this place, 70 Plus, and I saw a decent line. I know I just said that. I don't want to wait online, but wait, hear me out. I saw a decent line, which basically means to me like, okay, it's good enough for people to line up for, right? It could be good enough for people to line up for. I haven't seen anything about this place. Next time I walk by, because it was on the route to my hotel in Kyoto, I was like, next time I walk by, if there's no line, I'll pop in. And then also on top of that, I bookmarked it. I looked it up. I saw this line, I looked it up. I was like, oh, 4.8, great reviews. People were saying they love the matcha. I was like, okay, maybe this is a place for me to try matcha and actually finally like it. I was right. So I popped in and I told them, hey, I don't like matcha. They have a whole list of matcha. They have 6 main matchas that they serve for you to take out or you can have inside the shop. But to be fair, the shop is pretty small. I go into the shop. I tell them, hey, I don't really like matcha like that. What do you recommend as someone who's like tried matcha, hasn't really been on board? They recommended number 4, which is all that I have here. As you can tell, I liked it so much, I bought 3 of them. One of them will most likely be going to a friend though. I tried their number 4 and I loved it. I was like, I get it now. I have seen the light. If this is what y'all are tasting when you drink matcha, I get it, which I don't think it is because I have tried matcha here along with you and I feel like we're not tasting the same thing. I tried this and I completely understand the hype over matcha. So I got this and then I went on because I was in Kyoto, I think for 5 days. After I tried this, I told them I'm gonna be back. I was like, I'm gonna be back. I'm going to try every single one of the matcha on your list. And I did, and every single one of them hit. So I got matcha from them. And then after buying this matcha, that's when I went to go get the matcha bowl that you saw earlier in this video. I cannot recommend this brand enough. And then I checked their website. They only sell one of their matchas on their website and they don't ship it internationally. So I highly recommend 70 if you are someone who's on the fence about matcha. If you love matcha, because there are people in the reviews who are like, I love matcha. I've tried matcha here, there, and there. And I love the matcha that they served here. They serve 6 different kinds at the time of my recording this, and they're all really good. If all matcha tasted like this, you would see me with a matcha in my hand every single day. I'm back in London now and I'm devastated. There is only one place that I've found that has anything comparable. It's only because they add miso and like sugar to it. Every matcha I tried at this place at 70 Plus, I had with no sugar. If I added sugar, it would have tainted the experience. So that's where this matcha is from. It's from 70 Plus. I'm really sad that I only bought number 4. It wasn't until I reached the end of my trip that I tried all of them at that point. And I sort of wish that I'd saved my coins and just bought every single matcha that they had on deck. To be fair though, I think at least 2 of those 6 were really pricey. So I don't know if I would have spent the money for it. Moving on, there was a place, god damn it, what's the name? Oh, Hatoya, which is one of those places that you would see on TikTok. I did try their matcha. It was the one matcha place in Tokyo that I actually liked. I did get it with sugar though. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying the matchas from 70 Plus I got without sugar, and in its purest form, it's like Chef's Kiss. And with Hatoya, when I got their matcha, I got it with sugar, and like I think that affects, you know, it tasting good. I also got this matcha from the matcha making class that I made from the matcha making class that I took. And that's because in that class, we had matcha with just water, and I liked it enough. I liked it well enough. And I was like, okay, if I like it enough with just water, the traditional or the original way to have matcha, maybe I'll like this matcha enough to have it in a latte. I think we're good on matchas and teas. Oh, and then I think I bought, this is a jasmine tea from China. And this is also from 70 Plus. And baby, I think we're done. I think we're done with teas. I'm not gonna lie, I have to go to work. So we're gonna pause and we're gonna pick this up another day or maybe later today. Oh wait, no, I actually do I wanna show you, because this will be short, I wanna show you the socks that I got. I think I showed you earlier that I had socks with holes in them because I refused to buy socks until I went to Japan. So let me at least show you the socks. Okay, you can't see it, but my table is a hot mess, as you can probably imagine, because of all the stuff that I've shown here. Numero uno, I wish I bought 6 of these bad boys. I wish I bought so many of these. These are so thick and fun, and you can probably tell where it's from based off these stripes. Family Mart. I wish I bought 6 of these. I only bought 1, like a mad woman. That's 1. Actually, I didn't buy as many socks as I thought I would. I think every other sock I got in Kyoto, just from really small, actually, oh my God, I got these in Kirishiki. So Kirishiki is what they call the Venice of Japan. Highly recommend. I loved it there. I felt so much peace in my heart just being there. It was so calm and calming to be there. Beautiful. Not somewhere I would stay long term unless I wanted to use it as a base to go to other places, but love it. And I got these socks in a shop that I popped into. It's a great place to just peruse, and they have a lot of cute shops. And they're also really close to, I think, Japan's denim capital, Kojima, I think is the name of it. So there are a lot of denim shops there as well, because I think Kojima is only 30 minutes away. I was looking for a denim jacket, didn't really see anything my style, but to be fair, I wasn't taking as much time as I probably should have to find what I was looking for. This is a linen, and I translated it while I was there. It's linen and another fabric sock. I think it's linen and silk, actually. I think it's like a linen and silk sock. Also in Kirishiki. Interesting. This is also from Kirishiki. There's literally a sock store in Kirishiki, at least at the time of this recording. You can't miss it. It's on one of those strips. And I walked into the store. I didn't really love all the things that I saw. It looked like a regular sock store. And to be fair, these socks are pretty regular. Outside of this one, I think all the socks that I've bought are pretty regular. I walked in, the owner was really cool. She was really sweet, and I didn't want to leave empty-handed. So I bought these. These are the toe socks that they have in Japan. I actually have some on right now. Those bad boys, they feel like really good quality, to be fair, and I don't mind wearing them in regular shoes while we're here. And I think this is the most important part, and I cannot believe I haven't opened this yet. I also cannot believe that this is all I bought in this category, and that category is stationery. I think the main reason I limited myself is because I felt the weight of this packet alone. I was like, And this was at the start of my trip, so I was just sort of like, well, if I buy more, are we gonna be able to get this on the plane? So I really did limit myself here, but I think I have enough to get me through the year. Fingers crossed. I don't know, we'll see. I am a morning pager, sort of, kind of. I dip and dabble in it. Sometimes I'm really consistent with it. Sometimes I will write once or twice a week. It really varies, but I am, for the most part, a consistent journaler in one way, shape, or form. It could be every morning, or it could be, twice a week. At the end of the day, it's something I do show up for pretty consistently. And in order to journal, you need notebooks and pens. So that's what I got. I got a couple notebooks. They're rather thin, to be fair, but quality. And I know that I've bought this on Amazon before. So I knew this was quality, and I just wanted to buy some new notebooks to have on deck at a affordable price. I'm not gonna lie to you. I did not do the conversion for how much all of this was. And I'm gonna do it, and I'll put it on the screen to see if it was worth it. I think we all know that Japanese stationery has a good reputation, and I think that's for a reason. And oh my God, this one is my favorite. This one, oh, it's huge. This would last me for, I feel like, a good 4 months. So with this alone, And then these 3 bad boys. I'm good for the rest of the year, baby. And I'm trying to go to Japan next year, so I could just easily re-up when I'm ready. And then the pens, I didn't want to buy a lot of pens because I feel like I have a decent amount of pens already. I remember when I was doing the morning pages every single day for about 2 months straight, I had a lot of hand pain. I just saw this, it said Dr. Grip. I could only assume that it's good for when your hand hurts you and or preventing your hands from hurting you when you're writing. So I got 2 Dr. Grip pens, and that's that on Stationery. I did want more, but honestly, when you feel the weight of this bad boy, it was at the top of my trip. I didn't know what else I would be getting along the way, so I just stopped at this. And then by the time I got back to Tokyo, I felt like this was enough. I also didn't really know how to pack my suitcase with everything I had, and I was like, well, there's really no space for this. The last thing I got was a water bottle from Okinawa. I didn't go to Okinawa, but there was a shop, and I hope I can find the name of it and put it on the screen. It was such a cool shop. The owner had a lot of locally made products or products made in Nepal or India. She just had blurbs of the people who made them or pictures of the people who made them, and I just found it really cool. Even though she had so many cool things, the one thing I really found myself being able to step away with was this water bottle. I've been looking for a fully stainless steel water bottle. I wasn't looking really deeply, to be fair. I think I did one Amazon search for stainless steel bottle, and what popped up didn't really satisfy me, but this is like a fully stainless steel bottle. It's from a company called Mana Organic Living, and the lady told me it's an Okinawa brand, and I'm really happy with this. I am looking forward to using this because the current water bottle I have is pretty small and therefore not super helpful. The lighting has completely changed. Okay, we're gonna do clothing real quickly. This is madness. You probably can't see the full scale of just my table right now and all of the stuff that's on it, but it's driving me crazy. I can't wait to pack this up and organize things and put them where they belong. But this was necessary. This was necessary madness so I can do this haul. Okay, so finally, clothing. And can you believe? So I got this shirt from Muji, right? Can you see that? There's a big stain. I don't know what it's from. I got a matching white version. Madness. So I need to figure out how to get that out. I think hydrogen peroxide could get it out. I think it's ink. I genuinely don't know where it came from. It happened in my suitcase. I usually have those compression cases for my clothing when I travel. These 2 shirts were the only ones that I took out and did not put in there. I don't exactly know why, but look what happens. Anyway, this shirt, it's very simple and plain, but the quality of the cotton, I have not felt anywhere else. I think she said it was made in Nepal. The quality is so good. I bought it from the same place that I bought this water bottle from that I was just gushing about. Highly recommend that store. I'm hoping I can find the name of it, because I literally just popped in. I'm hoping I can find the name of it and put it on the screen, or maybe just like check the receipt if I can find it. And then finally, I actually have regrets buying this. I like this. It's probably not being given the right justice on camera, or maybe it is. I actually have regrets buying this. This is the only thing I have regrets buying, but I bought it and I do like it, but I don't love it the way I love this bad boy, and I'm gonna keep it in my heart forever. I don't love these pants, and I feel really mid about this now after purchasing it. I got it from a place called Johnny Bull. They have a lot of cool stuff, cool tees, a lot of things on their Rebear brand. I think they take vintage clothing and they chop it up and they make clothing out of it. Again, I do like this. I just think I should have got a bigger size, but the bigger size was essentially a different pants. It had the same concept, but a different pants. I also bought a white t-shirt from Muji. This is from, I think I said Muji. This is from Uniqlo. Yeah, this is from Uniqlo. Sorry. I wanted to buy way more from Uniqlo, but I don't like shopping in person, and this was the most shopping in person experience there was. I hated waiting online to go to the fitting room. It was the Uniqlo in Ginza, so everybody and their mama was there. I think that's the flagship store. I picked up 10 clothing, but you can only bring in 5 at a time, and it was just, there's nothing fun about that for me. So there was way more that I wanted from Uniqlo. Honestly, I should have bought 5 white tees. I did buy a white tee, but like this one, this shirt, it also has this blue mark. I don't know what's going on. I need to figure that out. Uniqlo was fun. They had a lot of cool stuff. And then obviously with the tax-free and I guess a yen, you would get it for a fraction. I don't know if it's a big fraction, but a fraction of the price. I wanted more from Uniqlo. Oh, I also bought socks. I wanted more from Uniqlo, but I didn't have the patience in me. It was also my last day in Tokyo when I was there. I was like, I'm not gonna be spending my entire day waiting online for fitting rooms, trying things on. It wouldn't have made me happy. So that's the limit of what I bought clothing-wise. I hope that it inspires encourage you to buy a few things in Japan. I don't think I'll be shopping again anytime soon. Looking at this is a lot. There are hopefully things that one, I will use for a long time. I don't know, I just have an affinity for socks and I like quality socks, so I'll use these for a while. As you can tell from the socks I showed you earlier with the holes in them. So I'll use that for a while. Hopefully I can remedy this in this shirt and actually wear them. I think Japan is a cool place to shop. I hope to use all these things to their end, especially the matcha, the perfumes. All I can say is that I was not disappointed from my shopping experience in Japan. I can't wait to go back. There are a few things that I didn't get in here. And honestly, this video is long enough. I hope this is an inspiration for when you go to Japan and sort of seeing what you can get or might want to get while you're out there. Japan is a country that I think we all know at this point produces quality stuff. So if you want it or desire it, I feel like they most likely do it well out there. But yeah, this is my haul. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope if you're going to Japan that you get to enjoy it in this kind of way too, through shopping. I don't think that's the only way, or honestly even the best way to enjoy a country, but it can be fun if you do it with intention. I really did go out with intention to come back with teas and, you know, literally socks and skincare, and that's what I went out and I got, and stationery. That's what I went out and I got and I came back with, and I'm happy with my haul, and I hope it's been helpful to you in some way, shape, or form. And if you're going to Japan soon, have the best time, and I hope you find some cool stuff to bring back home with you.